I spoke to Jonathan Wilson. He's an editor for a football quarterly publications. He's also the author of Inverting the Pyramid, the history of football tactics. That book went on to win Best Football Book honors at the British Sports Book Awards. I asked him about FIFA's future and the timing of Blatter's resignation.
The assumption is that he got wind of the fact that maybe the FBI have something on him, or maybe he's looked at the people who the FBI have arrested and thought, well, is Jeffrey Webb, for instance, the president of CONCACAF, is he really going to keep quiet, or is he going to start spilling the beans as Chuck Blazer did? So I think there was a mood of triumphalism from him when he won the election last Thursday. He seemed very defiant. He spoke about this US-European conspiracy. And then, a real shock that 4 days later he should suddenly, that's it, he's gone. And actually a strange sense of poignancy that it was so quick, nobody could get to Zurich in time, and there was only 15 journalists there in the press conference when he finally called it quits, having been pursued for almost 2 decades by hundreds of journalists. I think there's still a lot to come out, a lot to unfold, because I don't really see why anybody who's been arrested would keep quiet. I don't see what's in it for them not to start cooperating to get a reduced sentence. And you've seen a lot coming out. Interpol's wanted person notices coming out on Wednesday. What do you make of those? Well, in a sense, that's formalising a process that's already going on. Some of them are slightly strange. That Interpol has issued this red notice for Nicolas Leos. Well, we know where Nicolas Leos is. He's in house arrest in Paraguay. We know where Jack Warner is. He's in Trinidad. So, in a sense, I think that's almost a box-ticking exercise. I'm not really sure that Interpol's jurisdiction is as strong as that of the combined might of the FBI and the Swiss police. So, it's a great picture to see that rogues gallery on the wanted list. My suspicion is that it's almost a cosmetic development. And if you're sitting in Russia or Qatar, I imagine you're watching this very closely. How are they sizing this up? Well, you are watching it closely, but the truth is that the FBI indictments, as they stand at the moment, now we're led to believe there may be more, but as they stand at the moment, in a 160-page report, only one allegation relates to a World Cup, and that's actually to the South Africa World Cup. So from that point of view, there's no new evidence against Qatar or Russia. We know there's this Swiss investigation ongoing. It appears now that the FBI net is widening to take that into account. But the ramifications could be extremely serious indeed. If Russia was suddenly stripped of the World Cup, how would Russia react to that? But there's a whole load of side issues there as well. What happens, say, if Ukraine qualifies for the World Cup in Russia? Could they conceivably play? And if a team who's qualified can't play, well, where does that leave the World Cup? So that's a real viper's nest, and it's not just related to Blatter.